Good morning. So it is Wednesday, the 30th of April. Welcome back to another episode. So today is the 30th, and I know this has got nothing to do with nothing, to be honest, but I don't know if anyone's seen on social media all of this thing about blackouts and, you know, needing supplies of bags, and a couple of countries had blackouts and stuff like that. So we still have light here in the UK. In Eastbourne, we still have light, so I'm not sure what's going on with that. I saw a few, you know, memes and different things about The Simpsons, and, you know, them always proclaiming world news, you know, from whenever. I don't know. I feel like that's quite crazy in terms of The Simpsons, because it does seem like a lot of that stuff happens, but how, we do not know. So I don't know, just having some coffee at the minute, and I've got my inside of here I have got my memory serve me collagen. Yeah, so I take collagen, and that's what's in it. Actually, I think I might have something down here. 1 second. I know this camera's full of me, innit? Oh. That's what I take, and it's so good. A lady I know recommended this to me when she had a knee operation, and she was like, this is so good, because she's a hairdresser and she stands up. And she was like, Lynah, seriously, if you take this, it works. So you can either get this from Hollands and Barrett's, online, any sort of like, I don't know, health food type of shop. I get it off eBay as well sometimes. But yeah, this is good. It comes in a powder, and you can mix it. It's flavourless as well. So they've got ones with flavour, but I chose one without flavour, but it's really, really good. So that has helped me in terms of movement, which I absolutely love. Anyway, so I'm on day 4 of my own personal challenge. I've done it before, which is a walking challenge. So for the for 21 to 28 days, I'm gonna just walk. So whether it's going out walking, whether it's walking on my walking pad, and I think I started that must have been on Saturday, because I'm on. Today will be day 5. So yeah, yesterday I went out and walked through the seafront. That's something I used to always do. I might insert some clips just to show you from my stories yesterday. Again, if you're not following me on Instagram, follow me on Instagram. It is Lynahlw. Okay. And it's the same as my name on YouTube. Again, if you're a new subscriber, I am Lynah. Welcome to the team. I speak about loads of different things. I speak about fibromyalgia. That's what brought me to this channel in the first place. God, a lot of travel. I do some lengthy vlogs as well. So if you're someone that likes lengthy vlogs, go back and watch them, because I've got loads. And then just these short episodes now around Fibro. What's it even called? Fibro and me, basically. So yeah, quick episodes on how I'm feeling, how I'm doing, so I'm okay. So yesterday, so for those of you that don't know, I work in HR, and HR for me has changed since I want to say COVID times. It's just a lot, as you know, probably in your own workplace, you know, mental health, a lot of stress, you know, in terms of just a lot of things that are going on at the moment. And it's a movement across, I think, the world. It isn't just my company, it is everywhere. But from a perspective of someone that works in HR, obviously we work in the background, so you don't really see what we do. But yesterday I was typing up some minutes, and I was typing up some notes, and I had such low energy, and I had such a low mood. And then I thought to myself, when I was just reading some of the bits that I was typing, I was thinking, these are the things that gives me low vibrations. I think out of all of the jobs that I do in HR, I think the disciplinaries, the grievances and stuff like that, those are the things that I really can't, or should I say, I just don't like. They're not nice. It's uncomfortable, not just for the individual, but also for the person that works in HR as well, or the line manager. Likewise with redundancies and stuff like that. It's very uncomfortable. So I know a lot of people feel like, oh, you know, you work in HR, you don't have a soul. You know, someone on the train even once said to me, oh, you do the devil's work. I'm like, sorry, excuse me. We are here to advise at the end of the day. And just like in life, if you're advised to something and you don't want to take that advice, you don't have to take it. You know, we're here to safeguard our colleagues, but we're also here to safeguard the company and our managers. So, you know, we work for both. And I think that was the reason why I got into HR in the first place, was purely because of how I was treated in one of my companies. And I just thought to myself, what are they doing? Why are they behaving like this? At the end of the day, HR is meant to be there for both the colleagues and the managers and the business as a whole. You're not just there for the managers, actually. You're not there to get one up on an employee or stuff like that. And don't get me wrong, I've heard so many stories and probably worked in an environment where HR was like that. So I get it when people are very much like, oh, you know, I don't like HR. What do? You just hire and fire and all this other stuff. There's so much more to it. There's so much strategy towards it. And everything else. I mean, I'm not going to get into that because that's not even why I'm here. That's not what I'm talking about today. I'm meant to be talking about my fibromyalgia. How it kind of does link though. It does link into like my work-life balance, which is sometimes what helps. That gives me a flare up. So it kind of is relevant, but I'm not here to talk about work. You generally won't hear me talking about work or what I do. I try and keep it as separate as possible. You know, so many things, so many reasons why. So, you know, just keep it as basic as possible. But basically, so yeah, I've been doing this walking challenge. I did it, I think, in 2019 or 18 or something like that. And you know what? Yesterday I did it and I think I walked for an hour and it felt so good. I mean, I slept. After I showered, I slept. You know, so it took me out. But I want to really try and get back into taking care of myself, eating right, switching off when I need to switch off, not overdoing it, you know, because we fall into those worldly traps, I want to call them, whereby we just, you know, no! I have spilt my coffee. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. I'll be back. Sorry about that. I spilt the coffee everywhere, all on my desk, all over me, on the floor, on the curtains. So now I'm going to need tips to find out how to wash coffee out of curtains. I'm going to have to take them down and wash them. Do I take them to the dry cleaners or do I put them in a washing machine? Because I don't want to spoil the curtains, but I kind of already have. Anyway, so yeah, in the car now, on my way to work. What was I was trying to get at something, and this is the thing about me, I go off piece all the time. I'll be talking about one thing, and then when I'm talking about that, I divert into something else, and then I start talking about something else again, and then it's like, right, let's rewind back. What was you actually trying to talk about in the first place? Anyway, so what is it I was going to say? I was going to tell you guys something about the walking. Yeah, so I've decided to take that challenge up again, and I think was it after Easter break or before Easter break? I can't remember now. It might have been before. So like the 15th of April, I decided to myself, right, so I did my hot pod yoga, because I think that was my last session, for the rounds that I had paid for. But then I think a couple of days before that or whatever it was, I was also doing, Pilates from home, and I love Pilates. Let me tell you something about Pilates, right? And people seem to think that, oh, Pilates is easy, this and that, because my hubby's always like, that's easy. I said, you try it. I want to see you try it, because I tell you something, it gives you abs, your thighs. When you are walking after doing Pilates, mate, I don't feel like that when I do yoga. So I'm just switching back to Pilates because you feel that burn and I love it. And you don't have to do it for too long. So yeah, I decided to do all of that and then my hot pod yoga, and then I'd been walking and stuff like that. What then happens? Aunt Flo shows up. So Aunt Flo has been with me since the 15th of April. Bearing in mind, we are now on the 30th of April. It has been 15 days. 15 days! Then, on top of that, I was watching The Chosen. So I don't know if you guys have heard about that. It's like, it's just reenacting, you know, the times of Jesus and stuff like that. So I've been watching that. And there was a bit in it about the woman that they considered to be unclean because she had been bleeding for 12 years. I've only been bleeding for 15 days, right? I cannot imagine bleeding for 12 whole damn years. So anyway, you know, that gave me a little bit of faith and made me think, you know what, Lynah? There's so much people out there that's got it worse than you. Imagine if you were bleeding for 12 years, sorry. You've been going 15 days. 12 years! Anyway, the moral of that story is to keep your faith And, you know, for me, I do believe everything happens for a reason. And obviously the way we're treated today is completely different. So, you know, even like when I think about disabilities and stuff like that, obviously you can see some, you can't see some. But what I'm trying to say is, why are we so judgmental on people? You know, we talk about, you know, if you're bleeding, you're unclean. You're unclean if you're doing uncleanliness things, okay? That's my opinion. So therefore, you know, women, that's what we do. Aunt Flo shows up every now and again, or decides to show up for longer, you know. But what I want to say is that, you know, obviously some of us are healed and can be healed, and others of us, we do need to seek medical help. And when we seek that medical help, there's nothing wrong with that. We just need to pray about it also, that, you know, the medicine works, or whoever we speak to is favourable and that they can help us out and stuff like that. There's so many different ways and avenues that we can do this stuff. Anyway, I've been talking for a little bit too long. So, yeah, symptoms are going well. I think, you know, this is keeping me accountable coming on here. I'm not coming on every day, but I might be a couple of days or so on. But yeah, just trying to keep myself accountable as well. I personally need that. That is my character, where I need to be doing something to keep myself accountable. Because if I do it in silence, then I'm almost like, well, I don't have to do it. So this way, I have to show up for myself. So anyway, have a great day, have a great week, you know, and I'll see you when I see you. Bye.